What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another game analysis video. In this game, my team, Hartford Athletic, are taking on Memphis 901 FC at home in Hartford, Connecticut. Beautiful night for this game. We got tons of fans coming out. It's a really great atmosphere, so we'll get into the video. If you guys have not seen one of these videos before, it's exactly what it sounds like. I analyze my game. I go over every single one of my touches in the game, all of my 1v1 defensive actions, and sometimes even my off-ball movement to analyze my own game so I can learn from it. And then I just post it to YouTube, and hopefully you guys can take something from these videos. Here is the starting lineup for my team, Hartford Athletic. I'm number 16, Matt Sheldon, and in this game, I'm playing right wing back, as you can see. This is all pretty correct for the most part. I mean, we do a 3-4-3 or a variation of that, like a 3-5-2, just depending on the game and how we set up. But I'm playing right wing back for this game. Except actually in the second half, we moved to a 4-back system, so I moved to a standard traditional right back. I'm going to stop the video real quick right here. If you guys are watching this video, I'm guessing that you want to improve as a footballer. Maybe you guys are tired of constantly losing the ball in the games, or you're tired of apologizing to your teammates for bad decisions. Whatever the reason is, I have an amazing tool that will hopefully help you avoid these problems and hopefully become a better, more composed, and confident footballer. Be Your Best is football training in virtual reality, and it's made by a team from football and technology experts from Norway. The main skill that Be Your Best trains is your scanning on the field, but it's also used to train players' decision-making, vision, and memory, and it allows you to train these difficult skills in the comfort of your home anytime that you want. In Be Your Best main training mode, called Scenario Training, you'll play through over 800 scenarios recreated from real-life professional games, like this one featuring Modric. You'll be on the field playing the game from a player's first-person perspective, and you'll complete different scenarios and receive feedback on your performance. They've also just released a secondary training mode called Match Play, which aims to replicate the experience of a real-life game. This mode gives you complete control over your movement both on and off the ball, helping you to improve your overall positional awareness. Match Play is the closest thing to FIFA that I've seen in the VR world so far, and what's better yet is that it can actually help to improve your game. Now, Be Your Best has been used by both amateur and professional players all over the world. One example of this is actually Martin Odegaard from Arsenal. He actually trained using Be Your Best during his injury spell. It's also backed by science with a recent 9-week study showing that players who use Be Your Best actually improved their scan rate by 28%. If I had a VR headset, I would 100% be incorporating this tool into my training. So if you guys are interested in checking out Be Your Best, you can actually get 10% off your first month or your first year using my discount code ELITE10 at checkout. Just go to beyourbest.com to get started, or click the link in my description. Thank you so much to Be Your Best for sponsoring this video. And once again, guys, I know all of you watching this video are young, ambitious footballers that want to improve, and I think this is just such a cool opportunity to improve your game at home if you have a VR headset. Here's kickoff. We're going to start with the ball. We're this green team. Memphis is in white. We play it back to our center mids, who then play it all the way back to our center back, who plays it over the right side. And then Kave Rod tries to find our right winger, Prince Sadie, down into the corner. We end up with a throw-in. I'm throwing the ball, and here's my very first touch. Receiving this ball, I have very little space. 1, 2, 3, 4 Memphis players over here. So for me, this is play it to my center mid, and if he can, try to swing the ball over to the opposite side. I play it back to my center mid. He goes and attacks down that same side, but unfortunately the ball goes out there. Now, right winger's checking in here, and as Prince Sadie checks here, I'm just in this pocket of space so he can bounce me the ball if he has a guy tied on his back, which he does. He plays the ball back a little bit behind me, and you can see I'm getting a little bit of pressure from down the line. So I'm going to just play it all the way back to my center back, and hopefully we can swing over to the opposite side. Kave, our center back, clears the ball down the line. It pops right in my chest, and then immediately, since I'm going towards the sideline, I just kick the ball over my head and hopefully try to find a striker kind of blindly. Ball comes into me in the back post. I should head the ball down here for Prince Sadie making this run. I just try to head this across the 6-yard box to see if I can find Antoine right in the 6, but it gets cleared out. Now Kave again finds Prince Sadie in that pocket, who bounces it out. I start to drive forward. I think, I could have Antoine behind here, but I think it's covered and it's a tough ball to hit. So what I'm going to do is instead I'm just going to chop that ball back, play into my center mid, and try to find the opposite side. I think Memphis in this game is extremely organized. I think they're one of the better teams we've played this year, and just in terms of their lines. But yeah, anyway, receiving the ball, looking forward, I was immediately trying to find this early cross on the ground to the back post, but I think Antoine, when I looked up, was in an offside position. So I start driving a little bit more inside. You can see Prince now making this run behind this defender, calling for the ball. So I'm just going to open up, and with my right foot, foot, play him in behind, and then get into the box myself. Defended well, and I think he takes it 1v1, but it's a good attacking sequence there. Just pressuring out that right back, do a good job to win the ball, but unfortunately it's out for their throw-in here. We recover the ball, just receiving that, taking that touch in, and then playing into my center mid, who plays it right back to me. And again, look at Memphis's line. They got 4 or 5 guys all right here. Again, let's just move the ball over to the opposite side, find some space, and try to attack. I think I could have found Andre Lewis, my center mid, there instead of playing it all the way back to my center back, if I want to be critical of that. Ball's falling down to me after a corner kick, tons of time looking forward. Andre's calling for the ball here, and I didn't like what I saw when I was looking into the box, so I'm just going to chop the ball back to my center mid and let the playmaker make the decision on where we want to go. He plays into Kave Rod. I'm just getting high and wide trying to get that ball, and then now 1v1 on the wing, try to attack down the wing, try to cut in, but I thought it was well defended. And again, let's just keep the ball and swing and try to find an opening. This is a great ball. I was high and wide here. I didn't think that he was going to thread it through, so I was a little bit caught off guard, but this is just perfectly weighted, perfectly hit, catches the defender off guard, and I'm still able to get there and earn a corner kick, but a really good decision and good ball from Andre Lewis. It's a tight angle there, and I thought he was going to play it around instead of through, but you'll see here it's great ball. But anyway, in this play too, I'm really just trying to clip this and get my foot under it and try to go to the back post. We don't have anybody making the run for the near post, so I'm just trying to get underneath the ball and try to find this pocket of space towards the back of the 6, but it hits off the head of the Memphis 901 FC defender and is out for a corner kick. Now, quick goal kick after the corner kick is taken, just winning that ball, getting a lot of height on that header to try to allow my team time to get back, and then just getting back in our line so that Memphis now has to try to swing the ball the opposite side and keep some possession here. Another corner kick in the 26th minute from JP. Good ball into the box, punched out by the goalkeeper, and then as this ball falls down now, just calling for it. I am looking towards the back post already. I see one of the better headers of the ball on our team, Robin, back post. So I'm just going to clip this ball in the back post. I think that's a good header from Robin, but it's, again, well defended from Memphis. Pressuring now in the 31st minute, Antoine Hopino pressuring the ball, finds their striker, and then a little counterattack. And this is Fernandez now. Quick attacker, great ball to the back post. And unfortunately, our center back's not able to get there to block that. But it's a great counterattack from Memphis. I mean, they were super organized, I thought, in their lines. They were playing very, very, they were very tough to break down. And then, as you saw, they counterattacked with a ton of speed and broke us down. You'll see, I mean, this ball, again, with the outside the foot, I thought Robin did a good job to try to defend that, but it's ends up being a goal. My next touch after the goal comes in the 33rd minute. Kave drives forward. Great job to open up his hips, drive inside. You can see him in this good area where he can find me with a good passing lane. And he does exactly that. I take my touch forward and look forward. And when I look forward, I see Antoine making a run back post. I see Prince making a run in the box. And I see Jessiel right in this area. So I was trying to whip it in behind that defensive line. I don't hit that very well. It's in front of the defensive line so they can just turn and clear that out. And it doesn't have enough pace on it. But I think the idea was right, just the execution was wrong. Now here I'm trying to receive this ball ahead of this winger Kisiadu so I can take my touch forward and attack the space if I do get that ball. The pass is a little bit behind me, but I'm still able to just to receive that ball. And then since it was behind me now, it's kind of a signal of okay, swing the ball, play inside, see if you can get a better opportunity. But all in from the left back, just winning the header. And then Prince goes 1v1 in the box. I'm just trying to be in this area to try to receive a pass, but it's cleared out by the Memphis defense. Kave Rod once again with the ball. You can see I'm right in between the winger and the fullback of Memphis just to cause a little bit of confusion to see who's going to step out to me, make it difficult for the winger to track back. And then when I receive that ball with a good ball in front of me, I can attack now and try to whip something in. Unfortunately, it gets deflected by their left back, Akeem Ward. I thought it was pretty well defended. Receiving the ball once again from Kave. As I receive, you can see this defender stepping tight to Antoine, and then Antoine and me are on the same page here. He's going to do that first checking movement in and then running behind. I think that's a good ball into him and a good run from Antoine. Goalkeeper with the goal kick is going to be won by Kave, and then that ball is going to pop right into me. I'm just going to take my touch, drive forward into that space, and then I think this is a really tough ball. Antoine's making a run towards the corner flag, but with this defender pretty much cutting off the line, defender tied on his back, I didn't think it was on, so I just keep on driving, and then he pops to that sideline, and I lay it off for him. Once again, receiving the ball back after a throw-in, and you can see, where the space is right here into Andre Lewis. Memphis is set, they're organized, so I'm going to take my touch inside a little bit back, and as I do, Molloy comes kind of crashing in. So I'm just going to put my body in between Molloy and the ball, because if he is going to keep on trying to go for the ball, he has to go through me, and it ends up being a foul. So winning the foul there. Andre Lewis finds me out wide, tons of time. I got tons of space in front of me. And so here I want to get our team up, and I want to try to establish possession in their attacking half. So I'm going to drive forward, drive into that space, get their lines shifted back, and then once that space gets closed off, I'm going to chop the ball back. I think I did a Cruyff turn or whatever, however I chop the ball back, and then play it back to my center back. And look now where we are, where Memphis is, and now we can establish possession in their half of the field. Kave looking forward. We're on the same page. I see that this left back is starting to step out towards me. So now I'm just going to run in behind. I'm calling for it. It's a great ball from Kave. I just head that ball forward and then just try to hold that ball in this final third area. And as I do, I get my ankle kind of clipped and I fall down as I feel that contact and earn a foul in their final third, or in our final third. Connor clears the ball out towards me, towards the sideline, bring that ball down, look forward. You can see Prince Sadie, my right winger, checking in, calling for the ball. So I'm going to try to play this ball into his feet on the ground. He does a good job just to lay this right off back to me. And then I think I can hit Robin hard on the ground in front of him so he can drive forward. I just play into Connor. So if I'm being critical, play into Robin, skip Connor, and we can get over to this left side even faster. Ball comes into Kave Rod once again, my right center back. Again, this is kind of the theme in between the fullback and the winger, so it's a little bit difficult. And so as Prince checks in here, now people have to decide who's going to step out to me, who's going to step out to Prince. Just make it a little bit harder so it's not so easy to mark. But anyway, that was the first half, down 1-0 against Memphis. I thought Memphis made it very, very difficult for us to create anything offensively, anything on goal. And you'll see this in the halftime stats. But it's a good team. Memphis, I think started off slow this season, but I think from this game, I thought they were our hardest opponent that we faced this year. And you can see that. Look, we created 0 shots on target. And I think majority of the games that we've played this season, our final third play and attacking and creating chances usually hasn't been the problem. It's been kind of like just us giving up goals. So for us to come out here and get 0 shots in that first half, I think that's just giving credit to Memphis and their defensive unit or an organization. But also, we could probably be a lot better creating chances and being more direct towards goal as well. So here's the second half. Memphis is going to start with a kick, and they're going to play it all the way back to their center backs, and we have great pressure from Kyle Edwards. And this is what we needed in the second half, to come out with a little bit more energy, be a little bit more direct, still keep possession of the ball and try to build and be patient. But obviously, we need to create more chances. So this is my first touch in the second half, just playing back to my center back, who plays into my center mid, who plays it down into our winger, Prince, for a good little combination. You can't see it, but I received the ball from Danny, take my touch in behind, and actually that ball bounces off me as the last touch. But just being a little bit more direct, trying to create something, we get a corner kick off of that, which worked out nicely. Receiving the ball back here, again, looking a little bit more direct, trying to find Danny on this opposite side and try to switch over that ball a little bit quicker. Now here, just checking my shoulder to see where my winger is. My winger is going to be high and wide. So as I receive that, I want to know where he is, if I can turn, what's going on. I get the ball played into me. I look inside now, trying to find something in the middle. You can see Danny pointing back to Connor. He wants me to play it over to Connor right now. So I'm just going to play it right into Connor McGlynn. Does a one-touch pass out to Kave, and again, driving forward. And I think this is good combinations here for the most part to start off the second half. I thought we came out with a lot of energy. Now here you can see me communicating with my winger for him to get wide, for him to stay wide, because I want to have Prince go 1v1 out here. So I'm going to be a little bit more inverted, be inside, try to receive this ball, drive inside, and then play out to Prince. So you can see me looking at Prince, seeing where he's at. I receive this ball. I already know where he's at. I do have Antoine and Kyle in the back post if I want to try to do a deeper cross to this, but I'm going to drive inside because we do have a 2v2 out here, give the ball to Prince and let Prince go 1v1. He ends up playing it right back to me. This is a great ball. Now we have 3 guys on the back post, and I think this would be a good opportunity to try to clip in that ball for a little cross, but also JP standing top of the box, I think pretty wide open. So, I mean, obviously looking back at this, I was like, I should have crossed that, but I don't think that's a bad decision to try to play my center mid on top of the box right there. Now a little counterattack from Memphis. Instead of getting cut here where the ball goes in between me and my center back, I'm going to run inside to kind of move my body inside and try to force this ball outside now. So he's not going to cut in between us and have a more dangerous pass in behind. I want that ball out there, out wide. And as he takes that bigger touch, as Kiskedu takes this touch that kind of escapes him a little bit, then I can be a little bit more aggressive and slide and try to go and slide to block the cross instead of sliding at his feet where it could be a penalty. So you do have to be careful, but I was really more sliding there to block Kiskedu's cross. Receiving the ball from Kave, looking forward. The next couple of clips, the camera's really zoomed in and I can't see my passing options, which is a little frustrating just because I want to know if there was something on that I'm missing. But just from both Kave's and mine reaction, you can kind of see that whatever we're looking forward, we didn't think it was on. So I'm going to cut inside, sweep the ball across my body. Connor's in a really good pocket of space here. I'm just going to open up with my right foot and play out to him, and he does a great job to swing that ball over to the opposite side quickly. Here is my next touch in the game, receiving that ball from Connor, just opening up, looking forward. I'm going to play right into Prince, who has a lot of pressure, who plays it right back to me, play into JP, tell him to turn, and we can start to build. And Memphis does a good job. I mean, they're organized. They do exactly what I think they should be doing. Be very organized, not giving up much. It's hard to play against them. Receiving this ball inside, and as I take my touch inside, I need to play Kyle here. Just immediately with the left foot, just kind of curl it right into his feet. He's in a great pocket of space, and I think that would have been a good moment to try to attack them here. But instead, I play back to Kave, and this possession is not what we need in this game. Once again, I should head the ball, I think, into JP, right into my central midfielder right here, but I try to chest it down and then end up having to just put my body in between him and the ball and the defender and play it back to the center back. So looking back at this, I was definitely a little frustrated that I thought I should have been a little bit more direct. Even though I talked about it at halftime and I thought about it, definitely I could have been even more direct in the second half, being down a goal. Getting called for the foul there, the referee pretty much just says, that's close. You're very close to a yellow card, so be smart. And it was close to a yellow card, I thought, on Akeem Ward there. Receiving the ball, driving forward. But as I'm driving forward, it's, I'm not liking what I'm seeing looking forward to play. And you can kind of tell that. I mean, Memphis is so set in their lines and kind of sitting back that the only thing that was on, I thought, was hitting a kind of a hopeful long ball in behind. And when you just win possession, it's like you want to balance that, having patience, but also trying to create something and be direct. So it is frustrating. And I felt frustrated. I remember feeling frustrated in this game. Like I feel like all I have is just to play it back or play, like I said, that hopeful long ball. And here, I know you can't see it, but in the game, like I know Prince is checking here, but he's got a guy right on his back. So instead of, I either play a guy with another guy right on his back on the line, or I cut inside and try to swing the ball over to the opposite side again. So I play the ball into Connor and we swing it over to the opposite side. Just defending out here out wide, just pressuring, trying to get big, and just block whatever cross that Akeem Ward does. And he actually tries to do a little chip touch behind me. It's a good idea, but since I was on the line, it just made it very difficult. And now as Memphis swings the ball over, a long switching ball with a lot of height on it, I want to pressure Kiskedu now to not make it easy so he can't just bring the ball down and drive 1v1 against me. So I do exactly that. I get tight, and his only option now is to go backwards and try to play a little bit safer. So mission accomplished. I think that's a lot easier to defend versus him receiving the ball, tons of time, and then driving at me with speed. Winning the header there, but then Ward has a good touch to keep possession of the ball for Memphis. Now this receiving, I'm really trying to look forward now. I don't want to just play inside all the time, so I open up a little bit and try to clip this ball. JP is in a good pocket of space. I could play into him, but I think at this point I'm starting to get a little impatient. You can see Ward being so tight against Prince. It's tough to play. Now, with Memphis winning the ball, we want to try to win this ball right back. So as this ball comes into my winger, Kissidu, once again, getting aggressive, getting right on his back and making it difficult for him. I don't want him just to turn and easily break our press. So getting on his back, not fouling here because it would be a terrible spot to foul, just because he really doesn't have much, but just making it difficult. And then with that pressure, we end up receiving the ball and winning the ball. Driving inside now, Malloy does a good job to pressure me, and then I just stick my foot or put my body in between him and the ball so that when he comes in and tries to win it, he has to go through me and ends up fouling me there instead of winning the ball. Like here, it's 50-50, but all I'm going to do is just stick my leg and kind of step in front of him. So when he lunges in for the ball, it has to go through me and he has to foul me in order to get to the ball. So we win a free kick in the attacking half, and I think this is a good opportunity for us. Here's my next action in the game. It's just 1v1 defending against Kissidu. I've played against Kissidu for years now when he's been at Memphis, and I know the type of player he is, and he's just shifty. He wants to get you off balance and attack. He's crafty, so I'm just standing him up. And as he goes from side to side, just standing him up, and then as he takes that larger touch, that's when I can kind of close in on him and still not even tackle, but just get closer and see what happens. And he ends up kind of cutting that ball into me. It goes off my leg for a corner kick. So I think that's pretty well defended for the most part, especially against a player like Kissidu. Now here, this is what leads to their second goal. I've paused it right at the moment where the player kicks the ball. I'm watching Daly here to just try to keep Daly in an offside position, but still I'm the deepest defender. And as a right back, I shouldn't be the deepest defender. I should be here with my back line, and I'm disjointed. Now, still, I think with zero pressure on the ball, I think that our back line, I think we're extremely high, and that's okay if we're going for that offside trap, but it is dangerous. And still, I don't know if I'm the one who's keeping on Lapa here, but I think it's tough. I mean, we just have to work and talk as a back line. Are we going to drop there? Are we going to try to hold the offsides line? It's one of those where I'm on a different page with other defenders, and we need to figure that out. And in the run of the play, I shouldn't be doing my own thing though. Like I need to be with my team and on the same page. So looking back at that, I was a little frustrated that I wasn't on the same page. But yeah, that's difficult because I mean Daly is offside there, but then as Lapa makes that run and he's onside, now Daly's got a 5-10 yard head start against all of us, and it's difficult to defend against. Long switching ball out to me, receiving that ball, looking forward. I'm getting some pressure from Ward. So what I'm going to do is just go 1v1 against Ward, try to cut inside, past Ward, look inside, and then as I keep on dribbling, end up getting fouled once again here in the attacking third. Now, corner kick from us, a little short, cleared out. JP's going to get the ball. I'm just calling for it. He plays the ball back to me. And then I just see, I want to play for this back corner of the 18-yard box. So as this ball is bouncing, I actually volley it. I don't know why I just did that. That was just an instinctual thing, trying to go for that back post. Underhit that a little bit. I think that's the right idea. I mean, probably I should have let that ball come down to the ground and play it off of the ground. But I hit that ball well. I just need to hit that over that line to make it a little bit more dangerous. As this ball comes into Ward, I'm just anticipating that he's going to lay it off to Malloy here. So instead of just staying on Ward's back, I'm kind of jumping that touch as he tries to lay it off for Malloy. And then I think I should pop the ball even further to Kyle and Antoine in the back post here, or in the back side of the defensive line. I think that'd be a way more dangerous ball. In the run of the play, I didn't see that, and I just kind of fixated on Prince. But looking back at film, this is why you watch your games back. I think I got to look for that more because Antoine's and Kyle are in a really good spot. Now receiving this ball off of the throw-in, looking inside, trying to find Andre. Andre's telling me just to play it back, and then I just play that back to Connor, who plays it over to the opposite side now. I'm receiving this ball from JP now with tons of time, opening up, driving forward, last couple minutes of the game. I'm just trying to look to play somebody. Antoine's making a good run, but it's a tough angle to really play him in behind. So as I get into this situation, I'm just going to cut inside, keep on driving inside, try to find Kyle's feet, and then a little 50-50 ball, try to win this. And then I kick the shit out of Vomsteeg over here and then try to earn a penalty. You'll see in the replay, I think that's a great tackle from Vomsteeg. I'm really not injured here. I'm just trying to get a penalty call because, in the run of play, maybe the referee saw something else, but I think that's a good tackle. The referee has a good decision on not calling a penalty and just lets the play go on. I think we end up getting a corner kick out there. And then there is the end of the game, 95th minute. Eventually, there it is. So difficult game. Very frustrating game. I was happy with some of the plays I had, but trying to break down Memphis was hard. And that led to me watching this back and just being frustrated about myself creating chances and all that kind of stuff. So I think Memphis is a really good team. I think they deserve to be a lot higher in the table where they are. And overall, it was a tough game, very tough game. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want to see more game analysis videos, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, here's the match stats. So as you can see in the second half, we do create more, 9 shots, 5 shots on target, more possession, which is better than the first half. But still, Memphis is dominating us in terms of chances created, even though we have a little bit more of the possession share. But that doesn't matter when the score is 2-0. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys. Peace.